Hey guys, what's up? Punch here. Going to be talking about mods and how they work at Atlas Reactor. I don't know if anybody's done these types of videos yet, but if they have, well, I guess I'm going to be probably the second one, then we'll see. But what is a mod exactly? Well, a mod is a special feature in all the abilities of the freelancers that you play. Whether it be your basic ability, your dash ability, your prep, even your ultimate has a mod. As for Ellie, my build that I've done, I basically did I guess like a standardized build really of her. It's not that great, but it's not that bad either. For starters, her Plasma Volley has increased damage by 4 when range is shorter. So if you make her ability go only wide, not very narrow, it will be like, I guess for example would be 25 would be normally her long range. The shorter it goes, the more damage it does. Like it goes 26, 27, 28, 29. So it goes something like that. The wider it is, the more damage. And that mod is called Killing Field. Her other ability is called her combat reflexes gains 2 additional spaces, and that mod is called Action Roll. That basically allows her to dash farther. So if somebody's about to use an ultimate or use an ability that's going to kill her, she can get out of the way. Her other ability, Overcharge, gains 15-point shield on use until next turn. And that mod is called Block and Load. That basically just gives her a 15-point shield, so it reduces the incoming damage onto Ellie when she uses it. On top of having the Might ability that Overcharge obviously does, so her next attack, I think, gets like 25% increased damage, I think. And her drone I never really put a mod for. And I guess it just, they didn't really seem to be good enough to put a mod. But her ultimate, though, I did, and that is called Oblivion Shell. On her, her ultimate is called Oblivion Shell. Her mod is called Art of Murder. And it just ignores cover. And what I wanted to do was show you a little bit as to what she can do with these mods. Like I said, the build is not, by all means, perfect, but it's not shit either. I've seen a lot of people use these types of builds, and the mods that work well with them. Action Roll, I think, is probably critical when you play Ellie. She can only dash 1 space away if you do not have that mod on her. Sure, you get 2 dashes, you get 2 charges with it, but it only goes 1 space. So why go 2 spaces, 1 space every turn, and just go and dash 3 spaces away in 1 turn? So you can get away from ultimates, AoE abilities, even Zuki's explosives, or somebody using Lockwood using his trick shot. You know, that ability is, I'm gonna say, probably, in my personal opinion, crucial in playing Ellie because she doesn't take a whole lot of damage when she dashes away. Sure, the cooldown is very long, but you could use it in the worst types of scenarios. So if you're being attacked by 4 different people, you just dash away. And her Oblivion Shell too is like her ultimate is something that I've like, I don't know. It's hard to explain because when I try to shoot people that are in cover, they still don't get targeted. So I'm assuming I just go and shoot them anyway, but I'm not sure how that really works. I'm assuming it's probably when it's the half cover, to where it's not the full terrain, but if they're like in a half shield, I guess you could say. Like if you played XCOM, it would show like a half shield and not the full range cover that blocks everything, no matter which ult it is, except if it was Nyx's. Nyx's ult is all the way through all terrain. Her Overcharge ability, too, is also a good thing to have. The only time I'd ever use Overcharge, really, is if you have a free turn, meaning there's nobody around you. The other thing would be is if you know for a fact you're going to be safe, like if you're going to sit inside an invisible area and they don't know you're there, then I would use Overcharge. You get that 15-point shield, which helps out because, yeah, sure, it's only 15. sure, it's not a whole lot, but it can still save you in the long run, because as long as you're at 1 HP, you won't die. Once you hit the heartbeat monitor, you're dead after your turn's done. So having that 1 HP is going to be the difference between you living and you dying. So that's why that shield is pretty standard when playing her. And the other thing was, besides the overcharge, I mean, her plasma volley, like I said before, her range is, it can go far, like I've done 26. If I did not have Plasma Volley's mod on there, the Killing Field mod, it would have done 25. So the shorter it is, the more the more damage it does. And like I said, guys, the build is not the best. It's not the shittiest, but it's something you can go on. The mods work all in tandem sometimes, depending upon the freelancer you play. I'm not sure about Ramparts. I'm not sure about the other tanks like Asana, or the supports like Helios and Quark and Aurora and Dr. Finn. I've never done all those mods. The only ones I've ever really messed with was Ellie's, Nyx's, Lockwood's, Zuki's, and who's the other one? I've never messed with Blackburn because he's brand new. Gremlins. That was the other one. And honestly, they work out very well, and I think my favorite one that I've done so far that I'm going to show you right now is Nyx's. Nyx's is one of my favorites because for headshot, he does for 6 spaces away, he does 4 additional damage, and the mod is called Spotter. So if they're far enough away that I don't have to be seen, I could just hit them for, I think, like 38 damage or something like that when they're farther away instead of 34. Stalker Suit gives me 10 health every time I use it. The mod is called Field Triage. And that's a pretty handy one if you're really low on health. His next one, Overwatch Drone. Gain a second charge for Drone, which means instead of having 1, you have 2 that you could use that turn or the turn after. And that is called Drone Network, the mod. The other one is Vortex Round. Increase splash damage by 5. The mod is called Nova, and that's pretty handy. And his last one, Fusion Pulse. Increase range by 2. Mod called Focus Beam. And it worked very well. I've only died twice with him. But anyway, guys, I hope you liked the video, and I hope this kind of helps you out getting to knowing what the mods are in Atlas Reactor. And I'll see you all on the battlefield. All right, later, guys.